Long after the great adventure of Trot and Cap'n Bill beneath the waves, the sea still whispered their names. The mermaids of the Coral Palace remembered the little girl and her sailor friend who had dared to swim with sea fairies and defy the wicked Zog. Yet time moved on, and while Trot had grown taller and Cap'n Bill's beard grew longer, the sea had not forgotten them. On a warm summer morning, Trot sat on the dock with her feet dangling just above the water, the same as she always had. Cap'n Bill smoked his pipe beside her, squinting out toward the horizon. "Do you ever think they'll come back?" she asked softly. Cap'n Bill puffed and nodded. "The sea's a patient thing. It don't call unless it's got something worth saying." Just then, a swirl of silver bubbles broke the surface. Trot leaned forward. "Cap'n, look!" Out of the sea rose a delicate figure with sea-green hair and eyes that sparkled like sunlit waves. It was Clio, one of the sea fairies Trot had befriended years ago. "Princess Aquarine requests your presence," Clio said, her voice like a song. "There's trouble in the deep trench, a mystery even we can't solve." Trot didn't hesitate. "We'll come." Within moments, Clio had enchanted their clothes into shimmering garments of sea silk, and a familiar wave lifted them gently into the water. Down they went, through glistening coral arches, past fish with lantern tails and dolphins that danced like acrobats. When they reached the Coral Palace, Princess Aquarine greeted them with a worried smile. "Something stirs in the deep trench," she said. "A light we cannot explain, a sound no creature makes, and worst of all, the silence of the Sea Elves." "The Sea Elves?" Trot asked. "Are they in danger?" "We do not know, but they've gone quiet, and their home lies nearest the deep trench. Will you investigate for us?" Trot turned to Cap'n Bill. "Ready?" "As I'll ever be," he replied, adjusting his sea glass monocle. With Clio as their guide, they traveled into darker waters, where the sunlight faded and strange currents tugged at their limbs. Schools of fish fled from the trench, and the corals grew twisted and pale. The trench itself yawned like a mouth in the ocean floor. Black, cold, and humming with an eerie vibration, they descended carefully. Suddenly, a flicker of light appeared deep in the trench, a swirling, pulsing glow. As they approached, they found a strange sphere hovering in the depths, like a bubble made of crystal and stars. Inside were shapes, moving, shifting, like dreams half remembered. "It's beautiful," Trot whispered. "It ain't natural," Cap'n Bill muttered. Then they saw them, the Sea Elves, floating in a trance around the sphere, their eyes closed, their hands outstretched. "It's holding them," Trot said, "like a dream they can't wake from." Clio reached out, but was repelled by a force that shimmered with energy. "We can't break it from outside." Trot swam forward. "Maybe we have to go in." Before anyone could stop her, she touched the sphere. Instantly, she vanished. Inside, she found herself in a realm of memories. Her home, her mother's voice, the feeling of her first swim, each memory playing around her like fireflies. She could feel the pull to stay, to drift into comfort forever. But then she remembered Clio's face, Cap'n Bill's voice, Princess Aquarine's trust. She swam through the dream realm, calling the Sea Elves by name. One by one, they blinked awake, drawn by her voice. With great effort, Trot led them back to the edge of the dream, pushing against the pull of comfort. Outside, the sphere began to crack. Cap'n Bill reached out and caught Trot's hand as she emerged, the Sea Elves behind her. With a final pulse of light, the sphere shattered, dissolving into harmless sparkles. "It was a dream pearl," Clio said, astonished. "A rare relic of the deep. It grants the dreams of those who find it, but traps them within. Then it's best left forgotten," Trot said, watching the last sparkles fade into the sea. The Sea Elves thanked her with gifts of starlight pearls and songs sung in currents. Princess Aquarine welcomed them back with a celebration that lasted all night and part of the next day, with jellyfish lanterns and coral cakes. But when it was time to leave, Trot smiled and hugged Clio. "We'll always come when the sea calls." Cap'n Bill chuckled. "And next time, Maybe we won't get trapped in a dream." The sea rose again, gentle and warm, lifting them back to shore. As they stepped onto the dock, their clothes dry and the world just as they'd left it, Trot turned to the water. "Goodbye for now," she whispered, "and thank you." And deep beneath the waves, the sea fairies watched and smiled. The moral of the story teaches us that true courage lies in helping others, and even the deepest mysteries can be overcome with friendship, trust, and a brave heart.